Hello there. This is your friend Robato, and we're going to talk about Miss Earth USA 2020, Lindsay Coffey. I had a short interview with her yesterday, and I'd like to share this with you. I would like also to invite you to please follow her on her social media accounts here, because she was very gracious to me. Not only to me, but as what I have been seeing lately during her interviews with other vloggers, with other Pinoy vloggers, she's been very gracious to them as well. She's very nice, she's very sweet, and she could talk about a lot of things. She has really the potential of being crowned Miss Earth this year, and USA hasn't won Miss Earth yet, so it might be her to finally grab that crown for the United States of America. Okay, so without further ado, here is my casual interview with the beautiful Lindsay Coffey. Okay, let's welcome our special guest today. She is from Pennsylvania, USA, and she's representing America for Miss Earth 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, Lindsay Coffey.
Hello. Good morning. Thank you, Robato. Hello, Robatonians. Is that what you call them? That's so fun. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in with us. I hope you're having a great morning, and thank you so much for having me today. So I'm looking forward to our chat.
Yes. Do you have a page, or do you have Instagram? You may promote it.
I do. So my Instagram, my Miss Earth USA Instagram, you can follow. It's very simple. It's at Miss Earth USA. And then you'll have my own personal at Eco Angel. It's ECO Angel USA. And then you have my business account, which I'm a full-time model. So you can follow that at my full name, which is Lindsay Marie Coffey. So LINDSEY MARIECOFFEY. That's a long one. But I have so many pages. It's hard to keep track.
I hope they remember all of them. Well, Lindsay, did I pronounce your surname right? Coffey?
It's coffee, like the drink.
Oh, okay.
It's spelled EY and not EE. So yeah.
Yeah, and then I tried to be safe. I said coffee, although I really wanted to say coffee.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. A lot of people actually misinterpret my last name because of the Y. I didn't think it threw that many people off, but a lot of people pronounce it Kofi, and I'm like, nope, just coffee, your regular drink coffee. But the Y just kind of throws them off.
Okay, let's start right now with a bang. So you said that you are modeling. You have been modeling for quite some time now, so you don't need a trainer anymore for your passerella. But did you get someone?
For training? So yeah. I've been an athlete my entire life. I should say that. So I have a really good muscle memory. So if I've been out of the game for a while and I just start training again, I can kind of catch up quickly. But I have this one trainer I'm super loyal to. His name's Terry. He even trains a lot of people that compete professionally in bodybuilding and like all that stuff. So I'm with him almost like 5 days a week. So I train pretty hard, but I have been taking a little break at the moment. But I'm very dedicated to the gym, and I'm very dedicated to my personal trainer. Yeah.
So you are a health buff. Do you follow certain diet program?
I do. So of course, moderation is key. You always hear that, like, if you want a little treat, don't deprive yourself. But for me, I just really love liquids. I know that sounds weird, but like, I love soup. I love smoothies. And like, typically liquids are usually like really healthy anyways, unless you throw in that occasional milkshake. But I really love soup. And like, I'm a vegetarian, so a lot of people think that limits my options, but you can eat so many different things when it comes to vegetarianism. And also there are a lot of plant-based products that are very clean. So for example, a lot of people who like hot dogs are very, very unhealthy for you. And there's so much like just stuff like packed into it. Like we don't even know what's in it. But if you eat a vegetarian hot dog, it's very high in protein. There's a lot of nutritional value in it. And it's like tremendously lower in calories. So there's a lot of healthy alternatives just by kind of switching to like a vegetarian diet, but you don't have to commit to that, maybe just once a week or so.
Yeah, and look at those amazing abs that you have. I had just seen your swimsuit performance, and oh my God, the muscles, dear, the muscles. Now,
I will say they looked pretty good that day. I'm not going to lie. The light kind of really helped me. You need good lighting, but the light kind of shining on them, I was like, all right, they look kind of good.
yeah, so I just didn't see a model. I saw a beauty queen. So how did you mix that? Have you been joining pageants for quite some time now?
Well, this is my first pageant. So I'm not a pageant girl. I've never been into the pageant industry. Technically, my first pageant ever was November 2019. And then Miss Earth USA followed quickly after. So I kind of just group it all into one. So really, this is my first experience with pageantry. So I'm like brand new. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going with the flow. But yeah, I'm completely new to all of this.
Okay, so how's your everyday? I mean, not as you, but as a Miss Earth candidate.
Oof. Okay. It's been just as Miss Earth USA and being a Miss Earth candidate, it's been kind of crazy. So, I mean, I'm so grateful for it, especially during this time where this pandemic's kind of limited a lot of daily activities. So I've been able to keep so busy, just kind of even just researching on my own, educating myself, further learning, and then doing a lot of interviews and trying to really make an impact, not just in my country, but abroad. So it's been pretty intense.
Why Miss Earth? With your beauty, with your talent, with your activities, and with your vision in life, you could possibly join Miss World or Miss Universe.
Well, I'm glad you asked that because a lot of people have mentioned that. Well, I just, again, since I don't know much about pageantry, I didn't really know the other systems out there. So I didn't even know Miss Earth really existed. But whenever I did my first pageant in November 2019, I got so many DMs. And so everyone was introducing me to new pageants and they were like, you need to try this, you need to try that. And then I came across Miss Earth and I was like, this literally aligns with all of my priorities. I've been an environmentalist since I was young and didn't even know what that meant. So just seeing that they aligned with my priorities, I was like, this is perfect for me. It's more than just a beauty pageant. You have a platform that really stands for what I stand for as well.
You know, watching all your videos, those interviews certify that you are really into that.
Thank you. I'm glad that really comes off. So I really take pride in being authentic and really even relatable too. So I can kind of reach and make a more impact abroad and in my own country, just kind of like relating and really just speaking stories. So really we can just overall create ourselves to be better people and better citizens of our society.
Mm-hmm. You know, Filipinos love politics so much. There are three things that we are so much into, like basketball, beauty pageant, and politics.
Now, well, that's great. I'm a political scientist. I should have mentioned that.
Great. So we will touch that a little bit. Your thoughts on the U.S. presidential elections, please.
So this election it was crazy. We had record numbers of voters and voter registration forms filled out. We had such a close race and such a close election. There were states that were fighting back and forth. One minute it would be red state, next it would be a blue state. So everyone was on edge, and it took so long for those votes to be counted. And I mean, I'm very proud though of my country for really utilizing their voice, utilizing their right, and having that duty as an American to vote. So I'm really proud of that record number of voters and picking a candidate that kind of speaks more for just economic standards, but for global warming, for the middle class, and for even minorities as well. So I'm really grateful that my country was able to see what we really needed in this moment in time.
All right. So you're into traveling and you're also into sports. Now let's talk about them one by one. One after another. Now let's go to traveling. I have watched it. Your interview that you have said that you have traveled, I think, 7 continents when you were a university student.
Oh yeah, I've walked on 6 of 7. Yes.
How's the experience?
The 7th one was being Antarctica, so I haven't been there yet, but I really want to go. That's really hard to get to Antarctica.
Oh my God. Okay. Sorry.
So yes, I've been to every other continent. I've lived in so many different countries for months at a time where I've literally lived as a local. So I wasn't a tourist. I've experienced so many different cultures, different people, different ways of living. And it created the person that you're looking at today. It's really instilled in me just how to be a universal person, just worldly and open-minded. So, I mean, I've lived in South Africa. I've lived in Germany, Italy, so many France, Peru I've stayed in for a while. So like there's so many different places.
Okay, that's great. Now, about sports, you're an athlete and you're a professional high jumper. Would you kind of elaborate on that high jumper thing?
Yes, well, I mean, I'm retired now since I was doing it through intercollegiate, my conference. So it's funny because how I got into jumping. So I played volleyball, cheerleading, gymnastics, every single sport, but I really excelled in track and field because it's more of an individual sport. So like all eyes were on me. So whenever I was younger in high school is whenever I joined my track and field team, and I was a runner. But I ended up having some issues and I had to kind of find a new event. And we did not have a jumping team. Like nobody knew how to jump. We didn't have a jumping coach. I was our first jumper. We had no clue what we were doing. And it's funny because we were the underdogs and we were getting coached by other schools to try and teach us how to jump. So like long story short, I'm the underdog where no one was threatened by me because I had no idea what I was doing. And then fast forward in high school, I ended up being our conference champion in high school. Fast forward even more, I ended up becoming the conference champion in my university. Fast forward even more, I ended up becoming 8th in the state of Pennsylvania or 7th in the state of Pennsylvania. So this was kind of like a trip because I honestly started as the underdog and then I ended up succeeding and wildly finding success. It was crazy.
Okay. So you're a complete package in this kind of pageant. I'm sure you will do well or better than what you expect.
I hope so. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. And who knows, maybe a week from now, it will be on the 29th, right? The finals will be on the 29th. So I hope you would make the biggest and the highest jump of your life. And when you fall down, then that could be the spot where you will be crowned. You see, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be quite a jump. It would definitely be record breaking for me. So I'm very excited. It's on 28th my time, 29th Philippine time. I mean, it's literally like a week away. I'm like freaking out.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's support Lindsay. Do you have a cause that needs a vote or something you may share?
Yes. So in association with the Miss Earth pageant, we have an ambassador program going on with one of our sponsors, Beauty Strong. They're called Jewel. And if you guys it would mean so much to me if you can go over to their Facebook page. It's Beauty Strong Jewel is their Facebook page. I think you just type it into the search bar and they have a bunch of different ambassadors that are being voted for. And if you could scroll down, kind of find my name, like, and then comment my country, USA, that would kind of give me some votes. So I would have the chance to be an ambassador and stand for what their hashtag is, Beauty Strong. So it's a great opportunity. So I would really appreciate that. Linnell ended up putting the instructions in the comment section. So that helps out a lot. She even provided a link. So I would greatly appreciate that.
Okay. I hope really that you win because USA hasn't won Miss Earth. You may be the first.
How crazy is that? When I found that out, in 20 years, no Americans ever won? Why? How?
No.
Like, that's crazy to me. That is crazy.
They got all the crowns from all the pageants out there except Miss Earth. Right? So it might be you, darling.
We've won, like, just in America, we've won at least everything at once, at least once.
Yes.
Just having no Miss Earth crown, is crazy to me.
Last year, you were first runner-up, so...
Oh, yes. We were first runner-up last year with Imani, and I believe we also had another first runner-up, like, 2 years before that. Yeah, okay. So we've had, first runner-ups, but never taken home that crown.
Yes. Okay, let's go a little bit lighter. What food do you cook best?
Ooh, okay. I love to cook and bake. I really make a good Buddha's stir fry with tofu, so that's really good. But then I also make a really great spinach artichoke ravioli. And baking wise, I really love muffins. So I can make like any type of healthy muffin, like banana chocolate chip, just chocolate chip. There's like this pumpkin cheesecake muffin. Oh, it's so good. But those are a couple.
Let's go romantic this time. Are you in a relationship?
Okay, I do not have a boyfriend. So that is not very juicy, but I mean, I am dating, so like we will see what happens in the future. But it's not as juicy of a story as I hope I could give you.
Okay, let's go to favorites. Your favorite color?
Okay, I don't mean to be a boring person, but I don't have favorites, but I'm going to give my best and try and like make something. But I have favorites of like nothing. So, but in terms of color, what I like to wear, I really like to wear red, white, and of course black. So I feel like I really like those colors, so that can translate into favorites.
What fashion or what kind of clothing do you enjoy wearing? For example, it's summer. What do you enjoy wearing?
Honestly, I actually get complimented a lot by my friends, and my friends have actually asked me to kind of be their personal shopper and stylist. So that's like honestly one of the biggest compliments, because I didn't think I dressed that well. But what I like to do is I like to take an outfit that looks amazing, but it's also extremely comfortable. So when I even go to the airport and you see a lot of girls in like leggings and a sweatshirt, I mean, that's super comfortable and that's like totally okay. But I'm going to look like I'm kind of going to an event, but I'm just as comfortable as those girls in the leggings and sweatshirts. So I really like to find styles like that too, where you can get like a comfy tartan pants and maybe an oversized t-shirt. So just something that kind of pairs well, that's easy, but very fashion forward.
At this point, is it already concrete? Is it already finalized? Everything from your hair to the gown that you're going to use to the walk and everything?
So yes, a lot of people don't know this and they keep on trying to give us like tips like, oh, do this for finals. But really everything that we've like that we're competing in has already been sent in like a month ago. So everything has been set up, so we can't change anything. It's already out there.
What is Lindsay's childhood dream, and did you realize it?
Okay, so whenever I was younger, I always wanted to be an attorney. And a veterinarian, but I love because I love animals so much. But as I grew older, if I were a veterinarian, I wouldn't have the heart to be able to like euthanize a pet. It's just too heartbreaking for me. I'm not strong enough. So, I mean, just whenever I was younger, though, I always wanted to be an attorney. And I was actually pre-law in university, and I was part of the pre-law program. So I should have been an attorney. However, I ended up modeling full time. So I ended up putting law school on hold to pursue modeling. But I'm telling myself, I'm going back to law school. Like, it's going to happen. I'm going to get my JD and like, we're going to do some work.
Do you have favorite songs? When you hear that song, you would say that, oh my God, that's me, that's my life.
Okay, that's a hard one because it's always hard whenever someone asks you, oh, what music do you want to listen to, like on set if we're getting ready. They're like, oh, what genre, what music do you want to play? There's so much pressure on you and you like draw a blank. So just in terms of music, I honestly love every type of music. It depends on the mood I'm in, but I love pop, hip hop, alternative rock, classic rock, even just classic music. But I really like, as of lately, I've been listening to a lot of James Arthur, and then I could like carry over into like Linkin Park still, like, which is kind of old school. But yeah, so it really ranges.
You know what? Sometimes I tend to be attracted. I tend to be so attached to some questions in beauty pageants. Now I'd like to ask also some of those to you. Now, regarding Miss Puerto Rico, she was asked, you may answer this or you may not. She was asked if she was a judge, who she believes would win Miss Earth pageant? Who does she believe would win? Sort of that.
Okay, so I'm just judging off the contestants of this Miss Earth who would win?
Yeah.
Okay, that's really tough. I mean, I haven't there's so many girls competing, so I haven't been able to follow a lot of them. But every single person deserves that title, just because I mean they've made it this far for a reason, and a lot of them are dedicated to the cause. So I mean even just some of my personal friends that I've made, well, loose friends since it's virtual, so we've only been able to contact over internet. So I mean I've spoken a bit to Miss Philippines, Miss Netherlands, Miss UK, Miss South Africa, and just from speaking to them, since I haven't really spoken to many, a lot of them are so passionate about the cause, so I could see any of them winning. But again, it would be everyone's race. That would be so difficult. I would have to actually look through everyone's history, but those are just my virtual girlfriends. So of course,
yeah, I understand. It's really very difficult, especially you don't really know all of them.
Yeah, that would be so difficult as a question. I can't believe somebody asked them that. That's so hard.
Yeah, it's so hard, really. So I really sympathize with Miss Puerto Rico, but she played safe. She didn't mention anyone as well.
Yeah.
Now let's go to Miss Universe Philippines. One question was that what color do you think would best describe a phenomenal woman? Once again, what color do you think best describes a phenomenal woman?
Well, when I think of even the term phenomenal, I mean, it's remarkable, it's outstanding, it's brilliant. So I think of every color. I think of red as passion and fire, and then I think of green as just gentle and loving and just nurturing. And then I think of yellow as just happy and kind and just filled with sunshine. So honestly, I would consider a phenomenal woman to be every single color on the spectrum, because she can represent each one of those colors.
I know you are not really into pageants before. You were not into pageants really before. But lately, I'm sure you have been watching a lot of pageants. Yeah, in one way or another.
I've had some placements.
Yeah. Is there any question that you have encountered online to a Miss Universe, to any pageant candidate that you thought you could answer it very well?
Actually, whenever I was sent these YouTube videos, whenever the question was asked, I would actually pause the video and I would answer it before I listened.
Good.
So that's what I was doing. And honestly, I found myself quite just being able to answer quite a few of them. So, I mean, I don't know if it was because there was less pressure on me, because it was just me, and I was just kind of thinking off the top of my head, because there wasn't any pressure in that situation. But I mean, I did pretty well. If I can think of one question, I mean, I just really know a lot about the water crisis, because that's my advocacy. So I know a lot about climate change and solutions to climate change. So I would probably really shine on one of those questions that they were asked.
If there are 3 opportunities from 3 different fields, let's not include health anymore, because absolutely that's your forte. Now, if there are 3 opportunities that would knock on your door, one from the politics or public governance, one is from show business, and one is from education, what would you choose?
I would choose education, because education is the foundation for change and for growth. So education is so important, because our children are our future. And if we want to make a positive change in society, we need to instill those values, beliefs, and traditions into our children, educate them.
All right, that's great. Your educational background, may we know, please?
Yes. So I graduated with a BA in political science. So political scientist, if you guys love politics. And then I also had a minor in communication arts with a concentration in professional writing. But again, I was pre-law, so I was hoping I was part of the pre-law program, but then ended up, transitioning into modeling full time.
What would you like to tell young women out there about beauty pageants?
Well, specifically about beauty pageants, I mean, coming from me, who didn't know anything about beauty pageants, just the stereotypical view that people would have on them, just really, honestly, just have an open mind, just not even about pageants, but about everything. Learn about it before you make an opinion. Establish yourself and just educate yourself on what's out there, especially beauty pageants, because there are so many pageant systems out there that are more than just pretty faces. We have a platform that we're actually able to utilize and speak about our passions and really try to make an impact on people. So for all the young women out there that really have passion just burning inside of them and want to make a difference, pageantry is a great way to go and like kind of just, you know, ignite that fire in you.
A motto in life that you greatly believe in. Would you kindly share it with all of us?
I did. Okay. Yes. I ended up having to come up with a motto. It's called Change for Tomorrow. So it's like every decision that you make today will have a consequence and an impact that will lead over into tomorrow as well. So yes, tomorrow is a brand new day. It's a new day to have new goals and start fresh, but change is a cycle, and you get there by taking steps, and each day is a step. So whatever you want to accomplish, change today to make that effect for tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, join me in watching Miss Earth 2020 on the 29th of this month, and let's watch Lindsay Coffey's highest jump over there. To the crown, of course.
Yeah.
Good luck, Lindsay, and I really appreciate your presence here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I've had so much fun. Thank you.
Wow.